Welcome back to the Seller's Property Disclosure Statement, page 9 of 9. Continuing on from the miscellaneous location, we're on section C, legal. Question 1. Are you aware of any violations of federal, state, or local laws or regulations relating to this property? Question 2. Are you aware of any existing or threatened legal action affecting this property? Section D, additional material defects. Question 1. Are you aware of any material defects to the property, dwelling, or fixtures which are not disclosed elsewhere on this form? Note to buyer. A material defect is a problem with a residential real property or any portion of it that would have a significant adverse impact on the value of the property or that involves an unreasonable risk to the people on the property. The fact that a structural element system or subsystem is at or beyond the end of the normal useful life of such a structural element system or subsystem is not by itself a material defect. Question 2. After completing this form, if seller becomes aware of additional information about the property, including through inspection reports from a buyer, the seller must update the seller's property disclosure statement and or attach the inspections. These inspection reports are for informational purposes only. Explain any yes answers in Section 20. Section 21A. The following are the part of this disclosure if checked. Seller Property Disclosure Statement Addendum. PAR from SDA. Lines 502 through 507. The undersigned seller represents the information set forth in this disclosure statement is accurate and complete to the best of the seller's knowledge. Seller hereby authorizes the listing broker to provide this information to prospective buyers of the property and to other real estate licensees. Seller alone is responsible for the accuracy of the information contained in this statement. Seller shall cause buyer to be notified in writing of any information supplied on this form which is rendered inaccurate by a change in the condition of the property following a completion of this form. Line 508, I will need the seller's name and date it. Line 509, I will need the seller's line completed and then date it. Line 510, I will need the seller's signature and date as well. Line 511, information regarding the real estate seller disclosure law. From lines 512 through 516, accordance to the provisions of the real estate seller disclosure law, the undersigned executor, administrator, or trustee is not required to fill out a seller's property disclosure statement. The executor, administrator, or trustee must, however, disclose any known material defects of the property. Again, I need a signature and a date. Lines 517 through 524. The undersigned buyer acknowledges the receipt of this disclosure statement. Buyer acknowledges that this statement is not a warranty and that unless stated otherwise in the sales contract, buyer is purchasing this property in its present condition. It is the buyer's responsibility to satisfy himself or herself as to the condition of the property. Buyer may request that the property be inspected at buyer's expense by qualified professionals to determine the condition of the structure or its components. The buyer will need to sign off lines 522, 523, and 524 and date it.